Hello everybody, Toastbomb here, potentially starting a new series where I just talk about my ideas on game design and things like that, because recently people have been starting putting out videos like, oh, what I want in Halo 5, what I want this, why I want this, why I don't want that, yada yada yada. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to talk about that stuff too, because I've thought about it a lot over the years, what makes a game good and what doesn't, and why this works and why it doesn't. So we can start doing this. So what we're going to be talking about today is personality of weapons in video games, because this is something that has been lost in so many games over the years, and it's really sad to see because it makes the gameplay so much more interesting. Now, Halo has lost a lot of its personality, and you might think I am crazy for saying that, because you probably look at these weapons, you look at the Promethean weapons, and you see these crazy things like the bolt shot and incineration cannon. You're like, how is that not unique and have its own personality, because it shoots and goes like kabloom and it's all crazy and different from all the other weapons? How is that not unique and have its own personality? Well, I'll tell you that personality, like it is in humans, is not just skin deep, my friend. It's not just the looks of how it shoots and how it sounds and what it physically looks like. It goes beyond that. And what I mean by that is it also goes into the effectiveness of range. Because when you have weapons that can fit into almost any situation, the gameplay becomes a lot less interesting. And like I said earlier, this has even happened to Halo. You look at Halo 1. Okay, Halo 1, you have the AR. Put in this very, very, very specific place in the effectiveness of range chart. If you look at the Venn diagram, it's almost a complete circle unto its own. There is not much overlap at all. So it's just sitting there. It's not good at long range, but it is very good at close range. Then you move on to the pistol. Pistol's quite awkward to use at close range, although very good players can. It is much more awkward to use at those closer ranges when you compare it to the AR. So it fits very, very tightly in this mid-range area. And then also it becomes harder to use at the very long ranges because of the bullet travel speed, so you have to end up leading quite a bit with your target, and there is a little bit of spread on the shots, so it makes it a little less accurate at those very, very long ranges. Then we take a look at the sniper. Now the sniper is very fit into that long range area. It's very hard to use at close range, really, really hard. It can potentially sort of be used at medium range if the player's very good, but it definitely is focusing towards that long range play. That is what it was made for, and that's where it's most effective. So that makes the gameplay much more interesting, because while there is some overlap and there's possibility for people to get kills with those weapons in those other ranges, they fit more tightly in these certain scenarios. So that can make the strategy of the game go up as well, because you want to make sure you have the correct weapon and the correct scenario to come out on top. You can't just use any weapon and be alright with it and be able to come out with the kill. You have to have the correct setup and the correct strategy going into that fight in order to win. Now we fast forward to the current Halo games. Suddenly, the AR has gone from just being a very focused close-range weapon into about halfway through the mid-range. It's very effective at pretty far ranges, and that makes it a lot less interesting because of that. And we also look at the BR, the more mid-range focused weapon. Now suddenly that is very, very effective at close ranges, and also very, very effective at longer ranges. It's totally usable at those very long sniper ranges. Then we also look at the sniper. The sniper still fits that long range area, but also it almost completely overlaps that mid-range area, and then can also be even used at close range with relative ease. It's very easy to no-scope. It's very easy to stay scoped in because you don't get unscoped, so that makes mid-range a lot easier, and far range, any range for that matter, makes it a lot easier, and it's just very easy to shoot in general. So that suddenly turns the Venn diagram from looking something like the Olympic rings, where there's only a tiny bit of overlap in each one of the circles, to something that is almost one circle. And that makes the gameplay and the strategy behind the game a lot less interesting. So I really hope people consider this down the line and focus on this part of the game, because I feel like that has definitely gotten left behind in recent years. Not many people are thinking about that. Really the only AAA first-person shooter I can think of right now that retained its weapon personality would be Counter-Strike Go. That still has a ton of that, because they focus on that. That is part of the core game, and they understand that, so they've definitely retained that over the series' different games. But almost every other game has just lost that over time. So anyways, that'll be it for this video. If you liked it, you can leave a like or a comment, or you can subscribe, because I post new Halo videos every day, even though this Halo video wasn't really a Halo video, whatever, it doesn't matter. See you later. Bye.